Hello guys, and welcome back to another episode of Becoming Self-Sufficient. My name's Josh Davey, and on today's episode we're going to look at a few steps you can take in order to reduce your carbon footprint. Well, if you're like most people today, you care about the environment. You don't want to see species becoming extinct. You don't want to see a desert where a beautiful rainforest used to be. Now, everybody can contribute to making the world a better place, and everybody has something they can do to help reduce our carbon footprint. Today's video is about the little things that you can do at home and around the house to help reduce your carbon footprint. You see, a lot of people shy away from this subject or do nothing because they think they have to take huge steps in order to have an impact. But if we all band together and we all take small steps together, that will equate for a huge outcome for the environment and our planet. Step number 1, start a veggie patch. This is so much simpler than what a lot of people realize. People shy away from it because they think it entails a lot of work, a lot of watering, a lot of gardening, a lot of pruning. But the great thing about growing fruits and vegetables is if you get those seeds in the ground, they are gonna do what they were programmed to do. And in a few short months, you're gonna have fresh fruits and vegetables all over your garden. Doing this is going to reduce the impact that you are having on the environment by not encouraging massive industry for the need to produce so much food that ends up on the supermarket shelves. There'll be less pesticides being used, there'll be less fuel being used by the tractors and the machines that they use to harvest, there'll be less fuel from you driving to the shop to pick up the fresh fruits and vegetables, because all you'll need to do is walk outside and pick them for yourself. Starting a vegetable garden is as simple as having some dirt, some organic material like compost, and some seed. All of these things can be found at your local nursery or your local hardware store. Get the seeds in the ground, give them some water, and let the magic happen. And as you do it more and more, you'll learn, you'll grow, and you'll get better and better. You'll also learn to appreciate the great taste of homegrown fresh fruits and vegetables. The second thing that you can do to help reduce your carbon footprint is start a compost pile. All those cuttings of fresh fruits and vegetables that are left over from your dinner can be taken outside and thrown into a compost pile. That compost pile over time breaks down into beautiful rich soil, which you can then put into your veggie patch to continue the process going. Compost also reduces the amount of landfill that's dumped into our tips year on year. Did you know that over 5 million tonnes of food scraps is disposed of in Australia every year? This could be used to make compost, to keep your garden going, to get the worms and the whole biodiversity of your own backyard cranking. Not to mention, we're actually taking the carbon and putting it back into the soil, which is going to reduce the amount of carbon in the atmosphere, and it's going to reduce global warming. Even you on a small scale can have an impact on the amount of carbon that we're pumping into the atmosphere. Now that's 2 ways that you can reduce your carbon footprint without it costing you very much at all. And if we were to all band together, the impact of this is going to be quite substantial. But there's a few more things that you can do around the home if you're willing to spend a little bit of money. The first step that you can take that's going to cost you a little bit is simple. Swap out your shower heads for water-saving shower heads. This is going to reduce the stress on your hot water system, and if you're using an electrical hot water system, is going to cause a reduction in the amount of electricity that you use. You can also pair this with taking shorter showers. This might be a hard one because if you're anything like me, you like and enjoy your showers. But just reducing it by a few minutes each day can save hundreds of liters of water and plenty of electricity on your electricity bill. Another great option that can really help is installing solar panels. Now this can cost a lot of money, but you've got to think long term. What is the impact that I'm going to be able to have in years to come? If you do this, you will see the benefits of solar power. We live in a society today that loves instant gratification, but solar power is one of those things that will take time for you to get your money back and start having an impact. But when it does, the benefits far outweigh not having the solar power. Not to mention that this energy is free. The sun is delivering this energy constantly, and if we have it up on our roofs and we're storing it in the battery packs, that's less strain on the power grid, less power being consumed, and a reduction in your carbon footprint. And finally, probably my favorite, you can get yourself some chooks. It doesn't have to be many, 2, maybe 3 at max, but they are also lovers of your veggie scraps from the kitchen. So if you've got an abundance of scraps that you can't all fit into your compost pile, give it to the chooks. They'll take care of it, reducing the amount of green waste that your household is producing while giving you eggs. And let me tell you, the eggs that you're going to get from chickens that you're feeding fresh fruits and vegetables every day are going to taste so much better than any eggs you'll ever buy from the store. In addition to this, you're not buying more eggs. You're not supporting an industry that pollutes the environment, doesn't take great care of its animals, and is all about profit. Well guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. But that is just a few short tips that you can do around your house to help reduce your carbon footprint. It's all about becoming self-sufficient and living sustainably. Catch you on the next one.